When you understand that pathological narcissists are spiritually bankrupt, you will adjust your sales. You will adjust your expectations, because just like how you wouldn't expect a bankrupt bank to be giving you money, well, you shouldn't expect much from a pathological narcissist because they don't have much to give. People, understand sincerely that the person that you are dealing with is not here. They checked out. The captain abandoned ship. The captain is overboard. And the captain actually abandoned ship in their childhood years. They dissociated, they checked out, and they didn't check back in. Hence, understand that light stepped out, which allowed for dark force energy to walk in. Hence, today you're dealing with a walk in. I say it oftentimes here on this channel, pathological narcissists are walking vessels for malevolent entities. Walking vessels. They are conduits for malevolent force, because understand that life is spiritual. Life is spiritual. And if you're watching this video or listening to this audio, then you most likely had a spiritual awakening. You had an ego death of sorts. You went through the dark night of the soul. And you elevated. You ascended. You woke up to another dimension that you probably did not even know existed. And when you truly, people, look behind the physical veil of a pathological narcissist, you will see that you are dealing with a void, a walking void, a walking black hole. Because you were pouring your love and kindness and compassion into the pathological narcissist, Vanta Black soul. They are lost souls. They are not here. Now, understand, if life is spiritual and light steps out, then that allowed for dark force energy to step in. That allowed for dark force energy to walk in. Now, there are different names that you may call walk-ins. You may call them demons. Some people say Jezebel. Some people say Wetico, Leviathan spirit, Python spirit, Succubus, incubus. You are dealing with a demon-possessed person. That is what you are dealing with. That is what you are dealing with, and that is what you need to be aware of. Because if you are not aware, another one of those creatures is going to come to you in another form. Another one of those creatures is going to come to you in another form, especially for those of you that dated narcissist after narcissist after narcissist. You know, wife number one was toxic, and then wife number two was toxic. And the other one was toxic after that, or, you know, baby daddy number one and baby daddy number two, or husband number one, or boyfriend number two, whatever it is for you. If you are not aware, another one of those toxic creatures will come in another form. And they will attack you because you are not seeing what is in front of your eyes, that you are dealing with an evil spirit. What is evil? Evil is the inverse of life. Pathological narcissism is a low vibration spirit. They are against growth. They are against togetherness. They are for death and destruction. There is a line in the sand spiritually. There is a line in the sand spiritually. Pathological narcissists are rooted in their shame. They're shameless people. They have dysfunctional shame, so they don't self-reflect. And since they don't self-reflect, then they run from their shame and they get to pride. And they won't let go of the pride because they believe that pride or grandiosity which is false confidence, is their superpower. And know that if you don't go up on the consciousness ladder, you will go down. Hence, pride comes right before destruction. Pride comes right before the fall, and they fall right back down to shame, to go through another shame pride cycle. That's the disorder. That's the dysfunction. They are trapped at the bottom of the consciousness ladder. Hence, if you commune with them, they must drag you to hell. Because hell is simply where they reside. Hell is where they were before you got into that entanglement. Hell is where they were when you were in the entanglement. And hell is where they are right now, after the entanglement. And for people that are still in the toxic entanglement, I hope that you are trying to safely make your exit. Safely make your exit, because you cannot grow with a destructive spirit. The spirit destroys. That relationship must sink, it must crash. It must capsize like the Titanic. That relationship must go down. You cannot grow with evil. Evil destroys. You are dealing with an evil spirit. We are spirit beings having a physical experience. Pathological narcissists are evil. They're stuck at the bottom of the consciousness ladder. And you cannot love a demon, and a demon cannot love you back. Demons do not have love to give, nor can they receive love. What demons do is they feed on chi. They feed on energy. They feed on the energy that you supply. This is why you were the narcissist source of supply. And when they finish using you, they run off to another source of supply. That is what demons do. Demons feed on chi. They feed on ori. They feed on prana. They feed on your light. By design. That is how they live. They are bottom feeders. Hence, people learn to discern the spirits around you. Discernment is a skill. It can be developed. Watch the videos here on the channel. Over 1,000 videos on this channel. Discern the spirits of the people around you. Some of the spirits are very close to death. Do not commune with the dead. And how do you know that they're dead? The dead don't grow. The dead regress. The dead get worse with time. The dead age like milk. They don't age like wine. They do not get better with time. And here's how you can simply test that. How long were you in the entanglement? How long were you in the entanglement? Some people were there for a couple of months. Maybe it was a year. Maybe it was 5 years. Maybe it was a decade. Maybe it was 10 years. Maybe it was a score. Maybe it was 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Now, people, ask yourself, how long were you in this entanglement, and what was the result? What was the fruit? What was the output? Did that relationship not sink like the Titanic? It had to sink. You're dealing with an evil spirit. You cannot grow with evil. Evil is against life. It is life inverted. It destroys. You're dealing with a destructive spirit. Learn to discern the spirits around you. And pathological narcissists will create rotten fruit because they are rotten at their core. They abandon source. And when they abandon their inner light, light stepped out, which allowed for dark force energy to step in. And when this dark force energy stepped in, it collapsed their soul. And this is why clinicians are now telling you that these people have a personality disorder. These people are lost souls, disconnected from source, disconnected from life, which means that they accepted death. And that is the true reality of what we were dealing with. You cannot grow with the dead. They're done growing. We cannot grow with the dead. The dead are done growing. They have arrested development. Psycho, spiritual arrested development.